Hey, I have a talking stick. Nice. Okay, so what I'm talking about now is frameworks as far as programming goes. Now, who all here can give me an example of a framework program? Screw .NET. That is not the type of framework, but you know, in a loose context. Yeah, .NET. Chris, you had something?
I was just in Java.
Java?
But you also want to kill.
Java, I'd like to kill, but you know, it's a lot less complicated than .NET. That's for sure. .NET's more complicated than the human genome. No, seriously, it is. All right, so what I'm talking about are things that don't cause you to reinvent the wheel every time you go to program something, like common things. Like, how many of you here have heard of PHP Nuke, the content management system? PHPBB. Come on, you guys have been in the forums. PHPBB is what it runs on. Drupal. Yeah. You heard of Drupal? Yeah. All right. They're all examples of frameworks for the web. What it is just a basic structure, skeletal back end that you put your own front end on and modify to your heart's content. It gives you a good place to start. It puts in place all the basic stuff that you don't want to have to reprogram every single time you have to program a website. So yeah, basically how a website works, like OC4 is, you know, there's different layers to it. I mean, up here, actually, let's say it's down at the bottom. You have your SQL backend, you know, where all the data is stored. You know, none of this is code or anything like that yet. It's just SQL. And then somewhere above that, we have scripting, some sort of language like PHP, ASP, ASPX, what have you, whatever scripting language is up. CGI, if anybody still uses that. Yeah, you know. Yeah, the stuff that makes all the cool stuff happen in the code. And then somewhere above that, you have the presentation of it all. And when you have a set of clients that basically want the same thing, only a little different, the only thing that really has to change fundamentally is at the presentation level. So what you have left over is a very basic backend of scripting and SQL. You have your data and your scripting. I'm going to show several examples of things that I've done with basically the same framework. We're talking several websites that are the same website, only different. And I'm going to have to get out the laptop and all that, projector. And it's on. Cool. Here we go. All right. Here's a website I'm working on for a friend of mine. ForsyMedia.com. Well, it's at actorsrs/test now. Just until I can load it into his login. Well, what we have here is just menu here, menu there, and you know, content here, header there, And that's all part of the framework. Pretty much every single website has some way to navigate. Content, header of some kind, you know, background image / color, whatever. Also, beyond that, there's, well, when you get into source, you have things like the keywords, you know, the things that the search engines look at in order to rank the page. Yeah, all of this stuff in this case is just generated from old code that I've had laying around for a year now, and I just didn't put a whole lot of work into it. Another website that uses the same exact framework is the website I put together for my dad. Ah, there we go. Let me just shrink it down. But yeah, you have a way to navigate, a header, which, you know, is huge in this case, and way to log in. Well, the other website also has a way to log in as well, but that's kind of hidden from view because it's more of a brochureware type website. Now this is a little more social. It's for my family. Let me log in and show you what this thing can do. All right, well, on pretty much every website I do, there's some sort of admin back end to it. So you don't have to know code or anything like that in order to change the most minuscule thing. Like, in this case, I just want something my dad can use. He's kind of an older guy. And let's see, there's settings for the website. You know, like email, and there's my email. Family name, because I was trying to sell this as kind of a product back in the day. Oh yeah, another cool thing about this that I forgot to mention is templating system. It's totally skinnable that isn't working. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. But yeah, whoever is administrating this website can come in here and edit just about any page that they want without too much of a headache. And there's also built-in security, like who can see the page? Is it hidden or shown on the address bar? Well, yeah. Now let's delve a little bit more into the code here of it. Let's see. Handle. Where's G at? Ah, there we go. Yeah, my index.php is nothing more than object-oriented PHP that yeah, all we're doing here is filling in variables, like the site name, for example. It's just pulling the value out of the database, the title of the website, which you see in the title bar. It's pulled, and also location information, like if it's a home page, welcome. If it's like, I don't know, contact info, it'll say contact us or whatever. Load event, that's just for my own JavaScript, Ajax stuff, main, page heading, etc., and so forth. All this is doing is substituting certain parts of HTML code for these values right here. Let's see. And the HTML part of it is so ridiculously simple Oh yeah, there's all my templates. I even have one for 1994, which goes by HTML1 spec. How about that? No images, no color, anything. Yeah, let's see. Really clean this. Don't use your clothes for mouse pads. It doesn't work out. There we go. Gee, great.
Those are metallic pants.
Yeah, you don't wear metallic pants. You don't wear leather pants either. They stick. How many of you in here know HTML, you know, on at least a beginner level? Okay, so at least a class or some experience with it or something. Yeah, what do you see here? All you see is like these head values, these head tags. You have description, content equals, description in curly brackets. Well, whatever you see in curly brackets gets replaced or aliased in index.php. Yeah, even the video player. If this one's kind of the header graphics, you know, page heading. Yeah, it's just so basic and lackluster, right? Yeah, and all of the main content is in this little innocuous thing right there that does pretty much everything that is unique about the website. Any questions so far? Anybody? Bueller?
Anybody else has a talking stick?
I don't even have the talking stick. But yeah, and I'm going to show you the same thing, only different website. Now let's see, fortune. Here we have index.php, pretty much the same as the other thing, only modified to fit the needs of Nate Fortune. There is a couple of custom things in here that I had to put in. For example, he has several different HTML templates depending on what page you're on. You get a different template, you get a different layout for everything because yeah, the weddings page has to be way different. And you know, there's a couple of other things like pricing I had to add in the services navigation menu. That was different out of the whole thing, but really nothing much different. And the template, well, the index template is kind of boring, so let's just do the services template. Yeah, you see there's 3 different templates for this. Oh yeah, it's trying to bring it up in Nautilus. Yeah, this is the same thing, only modified to look differently than the other page that I already showed you. Yeah, and pretty much every services page there's a video, so there's plenty of code below from that. But yeah, other than that, it's the same thing, only different. And you can do this ad infinitum to many different websites, and you'll have the same thing, only repurposed for a different subject, different client, different what have you. So yeah, any questions so far? No? All right. Any questions on how all this works? Anybody want this code? The basic stripped down version?
I like the basic page.
something to play with, yeah, all right.
Me too, over here.
All right, I'll make it available.